Hello everyone and welcome back to another Java video. In this video we're going to be solving two problems. Question 8, search and replace. Create a program that searches for a specific element in an array list and replace it with another element. If found, if not found, we'll just print that it does not exist. And our second question is going to be a merge. We're going to write a program that merges two array lists into a single array list and removing any duplicates in the process. We're going to have list 1 set up here and list 2 set up, and we're going to be working with these two array lists set up, and we're going to be doing our search and replace on array list number 1. So we're going to do search and replace on array list 1. Here we go. All right, first and foremost, we're going to need some inputs. Enter a value to find. And we can say that this is a string target is equal to sc.next line. And then what we're going to need is system.out.println. Enter a value to replace it with. And we'll get that out of the way. Replacement is equal to sc.next line, like so. Alrighty. So what we want to do first is search for the target. We're going to say for int I equals to 0 because we're going to be looping based on index. And then we're going to say all I is less than our list1 dot size. And we're going to go I++ at every iteration. And then we're going to say that if our target, these are strings, we must use dot equals. Is equal to list1 at I, and we found it. Okay, so we're going to need an int the target index, which is going to be 0 since we have we'll do -1. -1, if we find it, we're going to say target index is equal to our I value, and then we're going to break. All right, and then we can have a little if statement here. We can say if target index doesn't equal -1. That means we found it. We're going to replace it with our replacement. That means we can say that our list1, we're going to set the index value, which is our target index, with the value of our replacement. All right. So the set method allows us to grab the value located at target index and give it and provide a replacement value, which is our string input right here. Otherwise, we're going to say that system.out.println. We can say target does not exist. Okay, so let's test this program. Oh, this should be .get at I. Let's clear that out. And go with Java video 36. Okay, we're gonna be looking for, let's say, child, right? And we're gonna replace it with hi. Well, it says that child doesn't exist because we don't have it inside our array list. But if we run it again, we're gonna replace goodbye with hi. Right, we don't get anything, but we have replaced our goodbye. So let's actually have that printed. So this amount.println list1. So if we're to clear, recompile, and execute our code again, we're gonna replace goodbye with hi. So we get hello, hola, hi. Oops, and I've accidentally added all these to list1. See, that happens. I'm just going to quickly edit that as well. But as you notice, we were able to replace hi with a goodbye with hi. Perfect. Alrighty, so that was our search and replace on array list 1. Basically, what you want to do is use a for loop or an index-based loop, and you want to grab the target index, all right, where the index is located, as long as the target was equal to the value that we're looking at. And you can get the values in an array list by using the get method. All right, and so if our target index wasn't our starting value of -1, we can say that we can set the value located at this index to become this replacement rather than what it was prior. And of course, once again, array lists are printable. All right, next thing what we want to do is add these two lists together and merge them. And we need to get rid of duplicates. So what I'm going to do is actually have list2 to add hello. So our goal is to not add this hello twice, but only have it once, okay? So what I'm going to do right now is just turn this section off. Okay. Like that. And then we're going to do list1 merge with list2. Alrighty. For us to do this, we're going to need to have a new array list. So we're going to say array list string merge list is equal to new array list string, like that. All right, and we want to add all these values and these values. So it's easy for us to say that, well, you know, let's start off with all these added. So we can say for each value, so we can say string word comes from list1, and then just simply we're going to go merge list add that word that we're looking for from word 1. And I want to look for conflicts. I want to look for duplicates in while we add list 2. So what we're going to do is the following. We're going to say for string word that comes from list 2, and then I'm going to have a searching mechanism inside. Search if word is in list 1. Okay, so we can say found equal false, which is a Boolean variable. All right, and we can say that for string word 2, which comes from our merge list, if word equals word 2, that means we have a duplicate. We have word as a duplicate. So we don't add it. So we don't add this. We can say found equal true, semicolon, with the lowercase t. Perfect. And we can say if found, actually, sorry, if not found, all right, if found is still false, so then we can say that we can go merge list, add word, like that, because we didn't find it. It wasn't inside our merge list yet, so it's very unique, and so on. So we can say system.out.println our merged list. Let's see what that looks like. Semicolon. And Java video 36. As you notice, we have hello, hola, goodbye, bonjour, the very four values that we have. And we have strawberry, blueberry, tangerine, watermelon. And we did not add in the last hello because this inner for loop searches through our merge list so that it turns our Boolean value to false if we find it, or if this condition executes. And so that we only add if the found variable remains at false. Okay, so we were able to write it like so. Now if this is confusing for you, we can say that add, we're going to set it to true. Let's call it add it, and if we find that value, we can set add it to false so that we can get rid of this exclamation mark. Now we can say that if added value is true, we get to add the word, otherwise it will be false. So if we were to run this again, we will still get the same answer with all our fruits on the right side, and we will have all our greetings and so on the left side of our merged list. All right, so thank you for watching. We looked at two solutions of a problem. We had our explicitly set array list so that we can do search and replace, where we had one for loop searching for the index of where the value is located. And at that index, we were able to do a set operator on the list so that we could replace it with the value was set on our replacement variable. This one right here, we're merging two array lists together. What we did was, first and foremost, we said that first we created a for loop that just adds all the items from list 1, and then while we were adding values from list 2, we still have to double check that it doesn't exist in our current merge list so far. And if this boolean didn't turn to false, we were allowed to add it. If it turned to false, that means that it was a duplicate, so we were to ignore that value. Okay. All right, so that was an overview, and that was our solutions to question 8 and question 9. As always, thank you for watching, and stay classy.